All right, welcome back, folks. We are in the Ozarks and we are camping next to the Mulberry River. We came in and wanted to check out a spot. Unfortunately, the camp spot that we wanted is now washed away by the banks, and we checked out a little bit, a few others, and either taking or washed away with a lot of river embankment. So we ended up trekking on, and we were running down Shores Lake Road, and we ended up pulling off to a spot and coming down to find this wide open trail. No one's back here. Right behind us, we got some beautiful pine trees. Looks like probably they did some forestry at some point over there. It's kind of hot today. Ticks, mosquitoes are full send. We're gonna be bringing out the spray to keep us away. I think I just found 7 ticks rolling on me as I was walking over here and checking out the area. Anyhow, here, let me get into the better sunlight. There we go. But yeah, let's go walk down over here and I'll show you where we're at near the Mulberry. So if you recall my last video, if you haven't seen that one, go back and check it out. It was just an off-road day trip and we went down some county roads and found Pennell Road. It was a straight up 4-wheel drive track. I'm sure others can get through it when it's really dry, 2-wheel drive or without diffs or anything like that. But there's a 3-foot rock ledge. We went ahead and bypassed it, made it through all the tough obstacles, was riding down a hill and it's kind of like V'd into, and there's a washout on the side over here. So my dumbass picked the wrong line. So instead of riding high and going down the embankment, I ended up riding the V where the washout was. When I get to the bottom of the ridge, I tried to climb in it and out. Well, it was so slick with the red dirt and I kept sliding in, and I almost bashed my truck against the bridge wall over there. Anyway, oh man, I ended up losing a hubcap as we're making talk right here. That's a bummer. I got one on my spare back there, but so let me show you. I went in and invested in the Marlin Crawler LCA frame brace. I bit my cam locking tabs from my control arms down there, my lower control arms. My dash lights were rolling around. My angle sensors were so far out that my VCS and my cruise control and all sorts of stuff was just flashing. Luckily I was able to get a good alignment, zero that back out, zero my toe, zero my camber, and max my caster up to 4 degrees positive. So let me turn the video around and show you the Marlin Crawler LCA frame brace. This thing is going to be beefy. We're going to be testing it out over the weekend to see how strong it is. I went into Harmon 4-wheel drive. Shout out to him. He stayed till 8 o'clock last Friday to get this done. I ordered these parts, shipped them overnight, received them Thursday. Friday morning, I dropped the truck off around 9 a.m. He was a little bit busy, but he wanted to get me in and help me out. Ended up staying till 8 p.m. to help me out. So I went and picked the truck up. Next day, I went and got alignment, and we're rolling back on the road right now. So yeah, let's switch this around. Let me show you real quick. So this is the lower base plate that welds to the frame here. If we can get up in here, This little tab is what bent on this front one over here. It flattened it out so bad. He had to heat treat it, beat it bash with the hammer, and get it going. So we've got this welded to the frame right here, and it's a little cutout piece that supports the tabs, and we'll get a good alignment. He ended up spray painting it good after his welds and got me all dialed in. So we've got both those over there, and should be good to go. So yeah, the plan is just to come out here and enjoy our weekend. I've got some hot chicken sausage links and gnocchi that we're gonna cook up tonight. I believe it's gnocchi or tortellini. However, this is for you, Mom. She's always telling me I need to cook some good stuff. I've been cooking steak and salad more than often and just kind of keeping it basic. So I'm gonna switch it up for her and throw in the food collection. So we'll be cooking some good food tonight and just kind of chilling around the fire. So I think I'm gonna go chop up some wood with my new chainsaw and test it out and get this fire built so we can have a good fire and relax by this river tonight. All right, so tonight we're cooking tortellini with hot Italian chicken sausage links. I'm gonna put that in red sauce and then put it on some provolone on top. Over here heating up our pan, trying to get it nice and picked up. And yeah, should be a good dinner tonight. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Add some sea salt to it, get that nice boil. So we got these Italian sausage links. They're chicken sausage. We want to kind of mix it up. So I'm gonna grill these on this first, and then I'm gonna throw them in there and sauce them up. It's almost about to boil. Man, these ticks are terrible out here. I've already probably found like 10 of them. Lots of small ones, a lot of big ones too. Those things are just parachuting out of the trees, jumping on you as soon as they smell your blood. This is a hot Italian chicken sausage. I'm gonna get that all seasoned up there. Throw some trash on the side. I'm gonna bring that down to a simmer. We're gonna make lots of it because I'm probably gonna snack on it for lunch tomorrow too. It's all wet. My biggest problem is that everything is wet, and I know I should have brought firewood, but learning lessons. Every time I come out here, I swear I forget something. Strainer, firewood, to-go container to pack my food. Trying to figure out how to sort that up tonight. Part of the trials and tribulations that you face as a camper, so hope we can get this started because it'd be nice chilling on a fire tonight. Yes, this is great. The water feels amazing right now. I'm just sitting here dipped into the cold. We're trying to cross right over here. Hopefully it doesn't get too deep. Yeah, it's not too bad. You gonna swim? Come on. There you go. He's a trooper. 11 years old. And he's still out here running like a little puppy. Oh, let's see if we can climb over this. Get up here real quick. There we go. He's trying to climb up here with me.
All right, just waking up on this beautiful morning. This morning we had a lot of fog roll in. I wish I would have got out the camera. I was just kind of sitting up in the tent, enjoying it by myself. While Hogarth was still sleeping, I was kind of in and out of sleep and enjoying my night. So it's been a really good morning. Nice cool breeze last night. We had the fan isolating in the tent and getting everything rolling around. Finally got our fire started last night. Took a little while, but everything's still super moist. I'm hoping that we could pack some of this wood that we left to dry out around it and then carry it with us today. Yeah, so not much in store for today. We're probably gonna pack up, see if we can find a new spot, go hit some mild trailing, and just kind of explore around the area some more, see what we can find. So stay tuned, see where we end up at, and thanks for joining the channel.
All right, so we're out here exploring near the Mulberry again, and went down this trail. I'm pretty sure I seen a black bear off in the thing, but I couldn't catch him on film when I was checking him out. He's probably setting up in these caverns right over here behind me. Anyway, we ran into a huge down tree. I'm going to try to chop it up to see if I can make it down this path, but this thing's pretty gnarly. And I mean, it looks like somebody's already tried to chop it up. Yeah, it's probably got too much weight on the brick right there. If I could chop that and then winch line this out, we might be able to make our way down here. See, we got a lot of brush on the other side. Man, this is a beautiful spot though. Yeah, lots of cool rock formations all up in here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna ponder real quick, see if I can continue on down the trail. If there's more than one down tree, I'm just gonna see if I could pivot around right over here. Luckily, it looks like there's at least a little bit of clearance for this to happen. Yeah, so we'll figure it out. All right, so yeah, we went ahead and walked. There's a few more down trees down this trail. I'm really not even wanting to bother with that right now. Last night I don't know if I didn't charge the battery enough on my new chainsaw, but it was already halfway dead, and if I try to cut through that, it's just gonna kill it. I'd rather keep it for chopping firewood tonight and trying to get a fire set up. But we're running around 2 p.m. today. We've been doing some exploring without filming. Me and Hogarth went around the Mulberry River this morning and did a nice hike, kind of dived in and just had some alone time. When you're coming out here filming, make sure you get enough time to yourself instead of producing just for the YouTube. It's always nice to get a good reset. So yeah, so we're gonna see if we can make our way over to this swim hole. I'm sure it's gonna be taken, but fingers crossed that we can at least jump in and have a good swim hole. If not, we're gonna figure out some other campsites that we're gonna roll around to and try to explore it. And we'll probably make base camp early tonight and enjoy our time by the campsite. So we'll see where we end up. All right, so after traversing down Eureka Springs Hollow, we ran up to this campsite and we actually found one of our subscribers camped there. His name is John. He's camped there with his family. Shout out to you, John. You got a great looking rig and glad to meet you, man. So it's about 3:30. We've been trying to find a base camp, and we've got a few other ones, but they've been taken. Everybody's out this weekend and enjoying our time. So we're gonna continue onward and see what kind of type of camp we can pull up at tonight and call it a night. So stay with me, stay tuned. Thanks for joining the channel, guys. All right, so after giving the runaround with us trying to find a camp today, we're camped back at the same spot from last night. So we've traveled all around. We were checking out some new areas, some old, and just checking out the different scenery. About 6 camp spots that we wanted to try, all taken. So as we circled back around, we ended up at the same spot as last night. Still a good spot. However, I do like to try to switch it up, especially when I'm filming out here, to give you a different scenery. Anyhow, we're gonna go ahead and cook up some cowboy burgers here soon and chill by the fire and see if we can get one of these going tonight. Last night, it took me about an hour to get some of the dry wood to really light up last night. So it's gonna be another task. Hopefully the last bit of dryness helped dry out some of this wood. I do have the chainsaw, but it's minimally running right now. I need to figure out a charging source for that while I'm out here on the trail. And yeah, should be a good night, so. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get this warmed up. Tonight we got some cowboy burgers. I'm excited to try these. We're gonna go ahead and pop a beer open and relax. Stay off the edge from trail riding, stabilizing that core. Leave a comment. How many of you feel exhausted after riding a day's long worth of trails? Takes a lot out of your body trying to maintain that center circumference there, but it's part of the off-road experience. It's how we get fit. So what I plan to do with these is cook up the burgers, just the burgers. They have jalapeno bacon and pepper jack cheese in them. I'm gonna grill the buns, add a little bit of this provolone cheese, and then I'm going to top it off with these bread and butter pickles, and then sauce it in some Gold barbecue sauce. Yeah, should make for a really great meal tonight. So I'm really hungry after riding all day. We didn't cook breakfast. I think the only thing that I've eaten today is a banana, ironically, and it's 5 o'clock, 6, something like that. So yeah, make sure you eat something on the trail. Actually, no, I take that back. I ate a little bit of my pasta and snacked on some chips. I forgot about that. We pit stopped trying to find a nice camp spot with some water. Was ended up taking, so we pulled off to the end, took a little lunch break. Yeah, let's get that going. I think that should be heated up enough. Be sure of the burger here. I get these from Sprouts, pre-made. We're gonna eat 2. Your man's hungry. I'm trying to level my stove here. Kind of like leveling your tent setup, really, so the grease kind of gets a good circumference around the food.
right, let's go ahead and do first initial impression. Hopefully this is good. Oh yeah. All right, day 3, good morning. Last night around 4 a.m. we had a thunderstorm roll in, so I had to get out, close the truck beds, set up the canopy poles, make sure that the rain fly would collect recently. Luckily it didn't rain too much because as we're waking up right now, a little bit later, it's pretty decently dry. So we're gonna pack out here soon, see where we end up. We might go hit a few more trails on the way out of here and explore. There's one that I really wanted to check out, but it might be closed off, so we'll see if we can end up making our way that way. So again, thanks for joining, guys, and stay tuned to see where we end up. All right, so I think to conclude our trip, we're gonna go head over to Devil's Canyon and see if we can hike down to that waterfall. I remember the last time we stopped there, Forest is doing maintenance, so they have a no motor vehicle use sign posted up kind of a little bit down the trail. However, we can park at that first little spot and we can hike down. I've never really got the chance to actually check out the waterfall. Each time I've been coming over here, I've just kind of been in a hurry, but right now we're choosing the day to explore, and I want to take Hogarth out to get some time out more in nature instead of riding on the bumpy trails. So next time you see me, we'll be at Devil's Canyon Falls. All right, so we just made our way down to where they started the restoration area. We parked our truck at the first little pot over here, and we're gonna go hike down to Devil's Canyon. Come on, Bubba. So I've never actually got the chance to come down here fully, so we're taking the time today just kind of enjoy our Sunday morning and come out here and explore. It would be nice to finish this trail. I wish I would have done it fully when I had the chance the first time. I kind of came down a little bit farther and then turned around back when I first began in my 2-wheel drive access cab. Probably be a little tough now with all these dense mud holes, but we're gonna make our way, and hopefully we find some good spots down here to check out, so stay tuned. All right, coming down, I've seen this obstacle a lot. I can definitely see why they're trying to restore this area. That thing's really washed out. That would be a fun ride though. Down there we got some massive mud holes. Wow. We'll stop and look at those in a minute, but I think we're at our first pit stop at the one of the rock formations. Let's check this out. Stay close. Hey, stay close.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So we're gonna continue walking down, see if we can go find the falls. I think I hear it, but I could be mistaken for wind. So let's continue onward, see where we end up. Yeah, that's a gnarly looking mud hole. So you can see why the Forest Service is trying to restore this area. It's probably just gonna be closed down forever, to be honest. With the recent layoffs, with a lot of people maintaining these lands, it's probably gonna be tougher for them to really get out here and make sure they maintain these roads. We got another little spot over here. All right, we just hiked down to the bottom of Devil's Canyon. I believe up here is the Devil's Canyon Junior. This is one of the more clear waters that I've seen out here. Definitely makes me want to go in and take a dip, but I think we're gonna continue onward and see where we end up at, so. Oh, wow. All right, so we made it to Devil's Canyon Junior Falls. I was deceived by the little falls that were rolling down the hill. As you can see, I'm ecstatic to be here right now. The sunlight is popping off that really nice. The water looks really good. I think we're gonna take some time and swim over here. This is by far one of my more favorite spots that I found here in the Ozarks hiking. Yeah, this is epic. All right, we just made our pit stop down for Devil's Canyon and checked out the falls. We're gonna be headed out of here. If you guys haven't checked out my last video here, and I'm gonna put another one here, and go back and leave me a comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you guys for joining the channel. Till next time.